Good morning time, pirates. How are ye? I am awake. Did not walk the dog this morning, though. Sorry. She's still super cute, though. But since she was sick all day yesterday, I thought I'd give her a break. And I could use a break, too. She's like, it's not a break. I want to go. She's looking right at me. She's like, are we going now? No, sorry, baby. We are done. I gave her a bone. She'll be fine. So, excellent. I'm here. I'm mostly awake. I finished Wordle and I got connections today. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think the longest streak I've ever had on connections is 5. And I don't think I got it yesterday. So I've started over. Yeah, current streak 1, max streak 5. 59% win. Sad. So sad. Because Wordle, I miss once every 6 months, but connections, can't always get it. Just can't. Yeah. I did water the plants though, and there's a spot on our lawn that's really yellow, so I just water the heck out of that too. Because we don't have sprinklers. I think it's a waste to waste so much water on the grass. And if it was evenly turning yellow, I leave it alone. It's supposed to do that. I don't understand the problem, people. This is water we're supposed to be drinking, but a big yellow spot. I don't know. There's something that's weird, so I watered that. But yeah. Let's see. We are waiting for Alicia this morning. Hopefully she's doing all right as she's adjusting to her new schedule, because usually she sends me her Wordle and connections by now, and she hasn't either, so she might be sleeping in. Excuse me. But let's see who we have in chat. Today I will be editing my journaling video, by the way. I started it yesterday. I am way behind. Monday I got my whole list done. Tuesday I got really close. Yesterday, nowhere near. Not even close. I think I checked off 3 items. And that has a lot to do with wanting to do my needing to edit this video, and I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. So it's a very different editing thing, and I have to do a voiceover, and have that, failure to begin a project by not knowing exactly how to do the project. So, I see Alicia, but I cannot hear Alicia.
I'm here. What? I'm not even muted.
Hold on. I can't hear you, but it says the thing is going. Let me see if they can hear you. Okay, go ahead. Talk again.
Arrgh.
Yep, they can hear you. It's just me. So hold on. Let me log out and log back in. Oh, wait. Before I do that, let me make sure it's using my headphones. Yep, it is. Okay. All right. Let me log out. I will be right back, guys.
Can I make software walk the plank? That's a good question.
But you gotta bring out a big wooden board and then go into the software, and then you just put your computer just logging the plank.
So technically, I can hear Little Man telling all kinds of stories. Is he having fun today? Is he ready to go meet his teacher, his mysterious teacher?
That's actually Lorelai. Tiny Man's still asleep.
Oh, is that Lorelai? Couldn't even tell.
Yeah, because I was saying, can I make the software walk the plank? And she goes, Mommy, how would you do that? She goes, are you going to make your computer walk the plank? How does that work?
No, the computer's fine. Just the software.
Yes. We'll find some sort of representation.
We'll load the software onto a little USB and then put it on a little robot and then just send it out.
There you go. Miss Kelly says we'll put the software on a USB and then we'll stick it on a robot and just it'll send it, make it walk the plank.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, I checked this morning because I figure 8, 9 o'clock they should be working on teachers or whatever, and still it says TBA. Yep. So if there's no teacher listed by the time we go, because it starts at 4:30, Our first stop is the main office.
Yep. It'll all work out in the end somehow magically.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who we have in chat today. We have Zwank is here. Hello, good to see you again. When you were, I mean, we saw you yesterday, right? But it was later, and I was like, Zwank is at first. What's happening? Privet Pirates, happy root beer float day, happy wiggle your toes day, and for Alicia, mom's equal pay day.
Dude, I am so hardcore behind that one.
Yeah, but
You
who's gonna
know-
pay for that? Who's gonna pay for that?
I know, right? Because I mean, if I were to have equal pay, it would pretty much be like a 6-figure thing. 'Cause of
Yeah, that's
all
why they
the-
don't do it.
all the
Yeah, but also
jobs
I'd have to be on someone else's schedule. No, thank you.
That's true. I mean, we are already on someone's schedule. It's not ours. It's on everybody
No,
else's.
I'm free. I'm on my schedule now. Thank you.
Well, you are. I'm not.
Yeah, I
We'll
love
get
it.
there one day. I mean, I would settle for at least 75,000.
No, how they can
I'm-
help moms is by having things like, childcare and, medical, so we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff all the time. Things that we could actually, that our taxes should be paying for anyways, because then, the moms have real choices.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. Just like with you guys, you chose to stay home, but not really, because you did the math and you're like, okay, childcare is too much.
Well, yeah.
So,
I mean,
do you see what I mean? So it's like, I
Right.
chose. I'm like, but did you?
No,
So, yeah.
I mean, we had thought about it, but at the same
Right.
time, we also crunched the numbers. You're right, and we did the. Is it cost effective for us to even have childcare? And the cost of childcare was more than I made in a year at my part-time job,
And that was just with one child, right?
and that was just one child, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole. So I'm like, yeah, I chose, but did I? And then usually, because Kevin and I, we had decided even before we had kids that one of us should stay home with them, but we didn't. It didn't matter which one.
Right.
And then as we were looking at pay possibilities, who was likely to make more, that was Kevin all the way. You know what I mean? So it just made sense. It was, even though technically at that time I was making more, but it was temporary. As in, there was not a lot of growth in what I was doing, whereas Zafo had a lot more potential for growth and earnings.
That's kind of where me and Alan were, because in reality, I don't have any reputable skills that would go and actually make a good paycheck, because all my previous jobs were either fast food, I worked at a pet store, or I worked at a library that was going nowhere. So I couldn't advance in that or anything. So, and he made more.
Yep. So that
Again,
was
so I had a choice, but not really.
Yeah, exactly. I had a choice, but not really. It's exactly what it is. Yep.
It's all right. I'll just stay home, write, and read my books.
There you go. And Pearl says, hello. Why, hello, Pearl. Good morning. This morning I am reading Small Town Big Magic. I just saw that. Oh, no, I saw book 2 at the Little Free. It was at not a Little Free Library, the Friends of the Library. And it looked really cool. Like, I love that cover. And then, but it was a book 2. And I was like, I got to wait for book 1. Then I will make a cake and will work on the shawl I am knitting. Pearl, I don't know how you stay so fit with all the amazing deliciousness that you're cooking all the time.
Right?
And Zwing
need
says,
to
"Hola,
start.
Pearl." Right? I don't understand. Lindsay says, hey, how is everyone? I'm working and still listening to Dark Age.
Nice.
And nice. Hopefully you're not working too hard.
Nope.
And Zwank says, hola, Lindsay. And waiting for the coffee to cool. Yeah, I tend to do that too. Alicia's like, what is this? What is this you were speaking of? Cool coffee.
We just dive right in.
That's what, when you're like heating up the microwave, I'm sitting there, it's like been sitting there for an hour. I'm like, nah.
It's already starting to get cooled off, and I'm like, Fuck, I'm gonna have to microwave
Warm it up. So funny. And Allie says, hello, Kelly, Alicia, and chat. Reading Hail to the Chef by Julie Heisey, 54%. Why, good
Okay.
morning, Allie. These titles, man, I just love them. Zwank says, Konnichiwa, Allie. And Chris has joined us. Why, hello, Chris. I watched your TBR video yesterday. Good morning, everyone. Today I will be reading Mixing Magics. I'm currently on page 51 of 321. Nice. Knowing your reading speed, you'll probably get it done this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Zwank says, is it where the dogs pee? No, it's in the front yard.
I was gonna say, excuse me, what? What did I miss?
No, she's right. And then actually I learned it was funny that actually female dogs, their urine kills grass faster than male dogs. There's something more concentrated about it or something, but whatever it is more. And so we don't have a spot like Benny has a spot he likes to pee, and they will pee all over the yard, but there are specific spots they prefer, both dogs. And where Benny pees, it's fine. And where Cora pees, there is a little strip of dead grass, but that I know what that is. But that again is in the backyard. Quite frankly, if there was a brown spot in the backyard, I still wouldn't care. But in the front yard, you know, the HOA is already not happy with us and made us plant that garden in the 9,000 degree weather. So I don't want them to yell at us about a patch of dead grass in the front yard. So I watered it real good.
I missed something.
Yes, you did. Sorry, there is a patch of dead grass in my front yard, or not dead, yellow grass.
Oh.
And I don't know why. I don't know if it's getting more sun, except where it is, I would think the cars would block the sun some. So I don't know what it is about that patch. So I just watered it really good. And if the water doesn't help, though it started to turn green already when I was watering it, parts of it. So I think that's all it is. It's just dry. I'm just gonna have to water it when I watered the garden in the morning. But of course it's on the other side of the driveway. So I have to undo the hose all the way to get all over there to water it. But we don't need the HOA mad at us anymore.
Just take the watering can. That way you don't have
that's
to
more
drink.
work. More work. I'd rather undo and redo the hose.
Wow.
But if the watering doesn't help, then there's probably some parasite underneath it killing the grass. So I have not put the parasite stuff down this year. I was going to wait till the fall, because it's always better if you do it in the spring or the fall when it's not too hot. So I was going to wait till the fall to put it all down. But if that's what it is, then I'll at least get that side of the yard. I'll put it down.
That's too much.
I'm sorry?
That's too much. This is why Alan does all the yard stuff.
I actually like taking care of the yard. It's just that, you know, I'm older and I have a lot of things to do. So it's harder to get to it. But it's very satisfying work. And Swank says, I enjoyed my time in the AC, but I froze my tits off. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's the thing, right? Bring sweaters, especially when you're adjusted to the heat. And then you go into a very cold area, which all medical facilities seem to be.
And people think I'm crazy for taking a jacket everywhere I go.
I don't think people think you're crazy.
Building, and I'm gonna get cold.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, I used to be like that. I would take sweaters everywhere. Like I said, I would go and type, and I would wear gloves because I was so cold. But I'm not as bad anymore. So with that change in hormones, I actually am hotter now.
Yes.
And Pearl says, hi, there's Zwank, Allie, and Chris. Zwank says, howdy, Chris. And Vanessa has joined us nice and early. Why, hello, Vanessa. Morning, Pirates. Arg. Vanessa says, I got my CELTA results this morning. I got a pass B. Yay! Most people just get a pass. Only about 20% get a pass B. Only 5% get a pass A. Ooh. Well, take it, man. Take it. Vanessa says, I'm now officially employable ASA teacher of English as a second language. Oh, excellent. Excuse me. That is awesome. Are you gonna, what are you gonna do with it? And Zwank says, I make my own choices. Yeah, exactly. See, I make my own choices. Zwank's like, I have my own schedule. And ciao, Vanessa. Vanessa says, buongiorno, Zwank. Zwank says, congrats, Vanessa. Allie says, congrats, Vanessa. And Vanessa says, thank y'all. And Pearl says, to be fair, I make it, but don't eat much of it. And I try to get 10K steps in every day, though this week I've been lazy. Yeah, but the 10K is like a bottom line. That's not actually burning extra calories thing. That's that's bottom. You don't lose any weight getting 10K in. It's a baseline. Allie says, "Hey, Pearl, Zwank, Lindsay, and Chris. Trust me, I've been walking this dog. I get 5K just from the walk, and then all the other things. The oh, and I have not lost a pound, and I've done it since October. Walking's not enough."
Mm.
Mhm. And Zwank says, "White chocolate raspberry creamer. Yum." Oh, I've had that one before. It's delicious.
What is that? I've never seen that one.
It's delicious. But I don't. Did someone say that though, Zwank? Am I missing someone's comments? I might have. But
Well, that's
yeah,
what
I
Sweet
agree.
said, but
That is. Oh, maybe that's just what's in her coffee.
what brand is that?
Um.
Because it's not Coffee Mate. Is it the International?
Yeah, I think it's that one. I'm like, I've had it before too. Because Zafo,
'Cause
when I
they're-
was drinking more coffee,
Yeah.
Zafo would surprise me with the creamer.
Well,
we've had to be more
that-
careful with the creamers though, because a lot of them have artificial sweetener, and I can't have that anymore.
There was another flavor that you had, and I don't remember what it was.
Well, we also do a lot of the HEB, so
It's just an off-brand.
yeah. When I put white chocolate raspberry and I forgot to write creamer, the first thing that comes up is the HEB ice cream, which I have had, and it's delicious. Yeah, it's International Delight. That is the one.
Okay. I'll have to try some of that if I can find it. I think that's the problem is you guys give me these flavors. I want to try them, and then I can't find them.
You need a better grocery store, man.
This one is part butterbeer and part French vanilla. Because I ran out of the butterbeer one.
Let's see if this has artificial sweetener in it. They usually put artificial sweetener in it to Nope, this one's good. Ha ha ha.
Ooh.
This is the funny part about it. It's why they last so long too, and they like never go bad. I mean, they do, but it takes forever. It's because it says contains a milk derivative. There's no milk or cream in this. No.
That's like when they have the juices and it says only contains 10% juice, and I'm
Right?
like, what? I don't understand.
Or when you get a cheese and it says cheese flavored, we're like, okay, that's not cheese. Like Cheese Whiz, it's something like cheese flavored product. I can't remember what it says on the thing. Wait, hold on, let me look it up.
Or
Because it
even
cracks
like
me up.
the spray can of cheese.
Yeah, that one. It's got something on it. It says something like that, like cheese flavored. Oh, what's it say? I can't remember. I can't remember now. And this is not showing me the whole can.
Rude.
Hey, this one has actual cheddar cheese in it. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, what flavor? What brand is that?
The Easy Cheese.
Oh. Wow.
I don't know. It always just tastes like salt to me. Which is
Easy
why
salt.
we haven't had it in 1,000 years.
The Cardinals are out this morning.
Aw.
I can hear them in the bushes. We have a family of cardinals and we have a family of red-headed woodpeckers.
Aw. I like the woodpeckers until they try to, put a hole in my gutters.
They're doing that with our utility pole. They got a hole this big around.
They do? They normally don't do that. Are they trying to make a home in it? Because normally it's just a whole bunch of little holes. It's a whole bunch of little holes.
No,
you can always tell when a woodpecker's been to a tree. You can see it. If you have that, whatever that thing is called, where you can't stand the holes and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see where a woodpecker's been.
No, he steadily goes up there on that utility pole and he just goes to work. We had to my husband put in a thing to let Tico know, hey, there's a hole in the pole. I don't know if you care, but just be forewarned.
Yeah, it looks like some of them do actually. Yep, and he is. He's trying to make a nest in it. That's why.
Yep. That's the
Sorry,
second
I just
or
found a
third
little
one.
thing of the, and it's redheaded woodpecker too.
Yeah,
And he's
redheaded and black and white. Yep.
Yep. Look at him. That's so funny.
I don't know what it is about my yard. We might as well have
Well,
our own
You
animal.
live in the country, dude. That's why I can't
Yes.
believe you haven't seen any alligators. How do you live in the country in Florida and haven't seen any alligators? I
don't have water.
I would put a
near
formal
mine.
complaint. Formal complaint.
To the
I've not seen any.
alligators?
I live in the country in Florida. Where are my alligators? Seriously, I would write to the governor. Okay, not your
We
governor.
do have a fenced-in yard, so
They're
unless it
gators.
comes up the driveway.
They do. Have you seen the videos? Dude, we had gators all over when I was in South Carolina. I don't get it. Let's see. And Allie says, yes, the titles are so funny, Kelly. And I put a hold on book 3 on Libby. I am loving this series so much. Oh, that's awesome. I am so glad you're finding joy. Vanessa says, yeah, I don't do yard stuff either. I'm with Alicia. Of course, I feel that way about most manual labor. See, I don't
agree.
like manual labor either, though I will tell you, I get mad. Like when Zephyr was helping move the garden, I was mad at him because it's not fair. Because I'm out there like doing the best that I can, right? But I am old, I'm out of shape, and I'm a woman. As much as we don't like there to be a difference, there freaking is, okay?
Mhm.
And so I'm like when I'm hauling the things back and forth, I'm like, I cannot breathe. And then the last we were, we're almost done with it. And the last haul to back here, he was like, well, do you want to do this or you want me to haul that? I'm like, oh, you haul that. And I'm like, I cannot haul another one. I swear I will pass out. And so he hauled it and came back. And it was like half the time, if not less, that it takes me to do it. I was like, son of a bitch. Like, I was so mad. I'm like, it's not fair. It is not fair. It's not fair. So, yeah.
Me and Alan have that thing too. Like every time we do something together, there at some point I'm gonna get annoyed because he can do it in a shorter amount of time than I can, and he does it faster.
It was just physically able. He's just literally physically able more than I am. And he's not in better shape. We're both in awful shape. We both need to work on that. But it's just not fair. It's just not fair. And Megan has joined us. Why, hello, Megan. How are you? You're becoming a regular again. We are so glad to see you. Hi, Kelly and Alicia. Vanessa says, I'm currently working on applying to a couple online language schools. Ah, gotcha. Very cool. Very cool. Megan says, I'm reading Gingerbread Bones by Lindsay Lovise.
Sure.
And Zwank says, hi to Megan. And Pearl says, I tend to lose weight when I get 10K steps in. God, you do? I wish that worked for me. Then I plateau after a while. My body type responds best to walking. Psh, mine does not. Mine's like, yep, cool. Keep going. I mean, I'm not letting go of any of this stuff, but keep going. Like, I feel better mentally when I'm walking. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hands down. I feel better now that I've been walking mentally. My mental health is way better. But my physical health has not really changed. And that's not true. My stamina has changed, right? Like, I can walk up the steps now and I can breathe. My stamina has changed. But my weight has not at all. And Angie has joined us. Good morning, Angie. Hi there, friends. Swank says, no, I just put in my coffee. Yes, it's International Delight. There you go. And Swank says, the Starbucks raspberry vanilla isn't as good and is half the amount. Yeah, exactly. No, I love the International Delight has really good ones. I might go back to coffee because I'm almost out of this. But you know what? I did the math. This, even though it's $26 for that little bag that I got, I mean, this has been 3 months now.
Wow.
So it has lasted me forever. So it's actually cheaper than the coffee because coffee is not cheap. And I don't buy fancy coffee either. But I don't buy like the cheapest Folgers either. Something in between. And,
no, yeah, like I buy the big canister of Folgers. You know, that thing is almost $22 now. I mean, it lasts me a while, but dear God, I remember when it was like $10.
Yeah. Yeah. When Folgers is that much, everything is suffering. But yeah.
Price of 12 packs for any kind of soda. I should just stop drinking soda, but I can't.
That's what we did. Oh, you can. We did. You just have to switch with something cheaper. So we do a lot of the dry things that are mixed so we can have something else. And then tea. We drink a lot of tea. Tea is still cheaper.
I would probably have to go down the let me discover what teas I like.
Yeah. Even if you start with just black tea and then you get flavor for it, right? So you can get the little flavorings that you can put in.
Yeah. I do have a tea lounge. The only problem is I don't go to it often because it's like down by the university, and that takes at least 25 minutes to get to the university, but then add 10 minutes to get to the tea lounge. It's quite the trek.
I'll say I don't know I can get anywhere in less than 25 minutes. Maybe Target on a good day. And I don't live in the country, it's just traffic. there's, you know, I live in a crowded area.
No, mine's country and traffic.
Let's see. Angie says processed cheese product. That's it. That's what it's called. Thank you, Angie. I'm like, if it says cheese product, it's not cheese.
Yes.
Thank you. That's what it was. Pearl says, I make my own creamers, cream, condensed milk, vanilla, and sometimes I make flavored ones for fun. None of the cancer-causing crap and chemicals. And Zwank says, Jumbo, Angie. And Zwank says, Pearl, I make pumpkin spice creamer that way. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
What?
Vanessa says, Pearl, I never thought to make my own creamer, though I do. I was going to say, wait, don't you make oat milk? Why wouldn't you make creamer?
Hold
I
on.
would think that would be even easier. Yeah. I think Vanessa was like, well, I do now. You have to share some starter recipes with us, Pearl, because I wouldn't mind making my own creamer.
I'm lazy, so I don't want to make my own creamer.
There's nothing that you're just gonna mix stuff. Now it's gonna be really dense in calories, though. It's gonna be more dense than the fake stuff. Because if she's using cream and sweetened condensed milk, yeah, it's gonna be way more calories. And Angie says, Guten Morgen, Zwank. And Pearl says, Zwank, nice, so yummy. And Pearl says, Vanessa, it's so easy and you can use your oat milk to make them. Ah, well, there you go. If I can use oat milk to make them,
look
it's
at
gonna be
that.
way less calories. Yeah.
I am looking forward to pumpkin spice season. I love pumpkin spice creamer.
Every season's pumpkin spice season. Just put cinnamon and a touch of nutmeg in, whatever it is. Done. That's all it is. Yeah. If you really want a pumpkin spice, get a chai. Try a chai latte.
A chai latte.
Mm-hmm.
I will test this theory.
Yeah. Yep. And and Vanessa says before we go back. Before we got vinyl siding, our house was all wood sided. We had a woodpecker that every year would make a nest in the wall of my office. Every year we'd fill the hole and every year it would come back. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It was sort of nice to hear baby birds chirping in my wall, but I'm glad for the vinyl siding, right? It's a long-term damage with the bird in there, right? Like, yeah, no, I get that.
I mean, yeah.
The woodpecker was like, dude, where'd the door go? Guess I had to build another one. Oh,
probably
so
trusted that little spot.
And Vanessa says, Pearl, would I just add the oat milk or would I sub the oat milk for one of the ingredients? Pearl says, personally, I wouldn't use oat milk, but if that's your thing, just use that. Is it the bubbles you like, Alicia? I use my soda stream with a dash of juice or flavor. That's what we started doing, actually. It worked well, but it wasn't any cheaper because we bought the what did we buy, Kevin, in the cans? The seltzer. We got seltzer water, right? Yeah, spicy water, which is so gross, plain. Blech. And then we put juice in it. But the problem is to get as much juice as you needed to actually add enough flavor to it, the juice it's expensive. So it actually wasn't any cheaper than buying soda. So we're like, well, this is dumb. So I was a little disappointed with that. Though I still have some of that the turmeric ginger juice in there. I could probably make me some.
I can tell you it's not the bubbles, though. It's the caffeine.
Yeah, so switch to tea then. Way cheaper. I
have to become a connoisseur of tea.
And I do like the bubbles, Pearl. I'm with you. That's why we tried doing that. Angie says, today I'm listening to Theft of Swords. Oh my gosh, I love that book. Or both books, I guess. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I have number 2 is waiting. It's on hold at Libby right now. I have it suspended because it's not on my list right now. My gosh, I cannot wait to read it. Needed to know if I should skip the series for my Broken Binding subscription. I love it so far. Yeah, it's awesome. The series is going in Broken Binding. Are they making pretty ones? Oh, shit. Angie.
What's happening now?
Well, I don't know yet, so I'm going to find out. Broken Binding.
She's like, hold please.
Because I love that series.
What is it? Theft of Swords?
It's actually 2 books put together, Theft of Swords is. Oh, there's a wait list, so I probably couldn't get it anyways. It doesn't say what it is. How do you even know what's coming out next?
I don't understand.
Okay, see, this is why I never get Broken Binding. I cannot figure out how this shit works. All right, go away. I have enough in my life. I don't need any more complications. And Allie said we had to go to a water-only household due to medical reasons, and our grocery bill went way down. Yeah, water only makes a difference, but man, I need something else. I just can't do only water. I do drink more water than I ever have in my life, though.
I drink a lot of things. It's just, it's the caffeine levels. I think I have to wean myself off the caffeine.
Yeah. Well, since caffeine doesn't really affect me, the caffeine's not a problem for me. I need variety in my life, so I can't just drink water.
That's how I get shit done.
And Swing says, I can get a can of Walmart coffee and a brick of the Cuban espresso and mix them. Oh, that's smart. That's actually pretty smart, Swank. And Angie says, can one of you fine people put a creamer recipe in the Discord? Yeah, that would be awesome, Pearl. I think you're the expert. If you would put the recipe and then we can play with it, that's a great idea. Allie says, we buy the water from the grocery store and also use tap water from the sink. It's that we have on the Pirates one, it's the galley was where we put all of our recipes and food pictures, which I haven't put any up lately. I've been trying to post on Instagram. It's like I can't post on everything. I just can't.
Depending on what I'm making, it depends on if I use the tap water in my house because we have iron in our water.
Yeah, but you have that fancy filter. I'm sorry. I would drink your water 100%.
It makes everything slippery when you're trying to wash it.
That's true. That's because there's no minerals in it. The minerals is what actually makes it sticky. Like you can feel it better.
Right.
Allie says we buy the water from the grocery store and also use tap water from the sink. Yeah, I just drink tap water. I refuse to get the bottled water, except that we always have a pack, like, for hurricane season. Actually, I don't even think we have a hurricane season. We're not prepped at all for hurricane season this year. Because that's why we don't need all that plastic. We have clean water. So just get it out of the sink. So that's what we do.
And if a hurricane comes, you just fill a tub with water.
Yeah, but that's to flush the toilet. That's not what you drink.
Oh.
So that's to flush. So we fill a whole bunch of other things up with water. Because he has like carboys and stuff and the
we do have those big what do they call them? Is it the jugs that you can put drinks in, but they usually throw it over the coaches at games?
Oh yeah,
those
5 gallon.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can put water in that, so you can, but that's not what we use. We have carboys, the stuff that Zafo would brew beer in. So we usually fill that up for drinking. And then we also take any leftover, and we already have them in the freezer, actually, like leftover juice things and all that kind of stuff, fill them with water and leave them in the freezer. Because also if you have those in the freezer, it keeps the freezer cold longer when your power's out. Because we don't want to turn on the generator until we absolutely have to. Whoops, go back. And Pearl says, I will make a blog of my creamer recipes. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And Swing says, fuck calories. Yeah, look, do I look like I count them? I don't. But it's still something I think about. Pearl says, though I did already post one here. I mean, I had apple pie with ice cream for dinner yesterday. That was my dinner. So, I'm not actually that concerned about it.
It has fruit in it.
It does have fruit in it. It was so healthy. It was so good for me. It was fruit and milk. That's what I had yesterday.
See, you covered more than one of the food groups.
Exactly.
It counts.
Though I asked Safo just to grab me a pie. Just frozen one's fine, right? So he got me an apple. I wanted cherry though. So, but he didn't see a cherry, so he bought me an apple one. And but I'm eating. I'm like, oh, I just need to make mine because I make apple pie. You know what I mean? I was like, mine's better. But I'm eating it. Pearl says though I did already post one here. I mean, you just told us what to put in it. You didn't tell us how much. And Pearl says, Swank says, right, I don't count calories. Yeah, I don't either. Simply because that's too much work. Lindsay says, I got pumpkin spice latte yesterday at the hairdresser. Oh, look at that. It's already pumpkin spice latte time in Scotland. Vanessa says, I can help with tea recommendations. And Swank says, I made mocktails with seltzer and juice. Yeah, exactly. Right. It also makes sense. I don't drink alcohol anymore. Not at all. Like when we go to the brewery, I'll have a cider or something, right? But that's it. But I don't drink at home at all anymore. So it does make me feel like I'm drinking the alcohol. When we went to a fancy bar and Safo had them make me a fancy drink that was, alcohol free, and it was delicious. That's what I miss, right? I don't actually miss the alcohol. I miss the amazing flavors when you just mix things just right. So
I wrote down the ingredients that they use for the Pandoran Sunrise when we were at Animal Kingdom, because that is delicious and it's alcohol free.
Oh,
it has like 4 ingredients. If I can find, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. But I know it has like pineapple juice.
Oh, thank you.
What was it? Pineapple juice and 2 different types of Powerade, and then there was a 4th thing.
Probably carbonated water of some sort to give it a
no
buzz.
There, it was like a pure like juice type. There was no carbonation. Let me see. Let me see.
Hold on, wait. Before you do that, Vanessa recommends Harney and Sons. They're one of the best tea companies. Their stuff is awesome.
Harney and Sons.
Yes.
I need to write this down. Hello.
Alicia says hello. And Pearl says, Swank, I love a grapefruit lime mocktail. So yum. I don't like grapefruit. Otherwise, that does sound yummy. And Angie says, yes, Broken Binding is making very beautiful additions. Gavin reads it all. I think that's Gavin's channel name.
Yeah.
He showed these gorgeous copies from Broken Binding of Malice and Valor, and he's waiting for the other 2. And I was like, dude, I want those, and I couldn't find them. Not even like sold out or anything. I'm like, how? They're I can't figure out their website. I'm like, I want those. I kept those books. I would love to have a beautiful copy. I love that series.
They wouldn't even let me look at the menu because it's too early. I had to pick a time in order to look at things.
For the tea thing?
For the Pandoran Sunrise.
Oh.
It's pineapple juice, Minute Maid limeade blended with Powerade melon and Powerade fruit punch.
Interesting.
And they gave me a pineapple wedge. Huh. It was delicious.
Yeah, I need more mocktails, man.
Same.
And Angie says, I have their SFF subscription, Sci-Fi Fantasy subscription, so they sent an email. Ugh. Pearl says, I wish caffeine worked for me. I made the mistake of having too much one day when I was out and almost didn't make it home. I crashed the second I got home. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it had some kind of effect. What was that? Oh, no, you mean it did not keep you awake. I gotcha. Yeah, it's a known ADHD thing. It's one of my first clues, besides actual behavior. But, you have to look closer at behavior than you do just effects on things. Lindsay says, I get kilogram bags of coffee beans from a wholesale store, so I can't help with cheaper drinks. Yeah. Lindsay's like, this is where I spend my money, right here. And Vanessa says, when I lived in Florida, hubby was drinking Diet Mountain Dew. Oh, so we'd refill the 2-liter with water for hurricane season. There you go. That's exactly it. Go. That's funny. My brother loves Diet Mountain Dew too. And Zwink says, no, go back. Pearl, that sounds good. And Angie says, that is a broken link to the Broken Binding pics of Theft of Swords. I think it will not let you post the link, Angie. If you post it in the Pirates Discord, then Alicia or I can grab it, or we can go to Pirates Discord and look at it. Pearl says just mix 10% cream, vanilla, condensed milk together in a jug. That's the base. So it's 1 to 1 to 1. Well, there's no way it's 1 vanilla. That would be a lot of vanilla. And seasonally, you add other flavors. Gotcha. And Vanessa goes, Zephyr smooches. And Pearl, if you're an ADHD person, the caffeine thing is 100% normal. Yep, exactly. And Ren has joined us. Good afternoon. We were just waiting for you, Ren.
Hello.
We were just talking, just waiting for you to come. So now you're here. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Pearl
Awesome.
says, awesome.
Yeah, I said awesome. Now I can warm up my coffee.
That's right. Now we get to work. And Pearl says, Vanessa, I have CPTSD, a similar brain stitch. Ah, gotcha.
Mm.
And Zwank says, Jumbo. Ren says, just finished class. Need to grab something to eat. I want a croissant, but I also want cheese Doritos. Will I get both? Probably. I love that.
Do it.
Vanessa says, yeah, that's a rough diagnosis. Hugs if wanted. I just have the regular PTSD, and that's bad enough. I'm sorry, man. Brains. Ren says, hey, Zwank. And Pearl says, Vanessa, thanks. It is what it is. It makes being a homebody pretty easy. And homebody? You're not a homebody. You're always traveling. What are you talking about? Ren says, still listening to A Dragon Blind by Among Christians. And Pearl says, Kelly, mix them to taste. It's fun to experiment. Ugh. Who has energy for that? Says the girl that's going to go make some homemade bread. Vanessa says, I feel that, Pearl. Vanessa, I'm going to grab a shower because I feel gross. Go do it. Do it. Be back in a bit. Absolutely. We're about to start our first sprint, so it's perfect. And I'm going to go hit the Discord because I want to see the pretty books.
I just looked up the Harney and Sons website and I'm looking at all the teas and I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to give some guidelines on what you're looking for, and I'm sure Vanessa can point you in the right direction. All right. So let us start
I
our
don't
first
know, 'cause
sprint. Well, do you
my
want something minty? Do you want something just sweet? Do you want something with fruity? Do you want more citrus?
Well,
Like the teas actually have different tastes. Do you want something spicier? Like there's all kinds of different things.
when I was going to the tea lounge, I would get different ones, but they were always fully sweet. And
Mhm.
then, but I
You
had
just add
stuff
that.
like
That doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I would get one that was like almond biscotti. There was Moroccan mint. There was one called Raindrop.
So you want
So
sweet ones.
there's different ones, but I always get them full sugar. I
Well, that's-
don't like unsweet tea.
It's all right. I mean, you fully sugar your coffee too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of sugar and creamer in this.
Yeah.
I like coffee, but I don't want to taste it.
It's like you said, you want the caffeine, you don't want the bitter. So
Yes.
you want a milder tea, but one that has caffeine.
Yep.
All right. And Angie said, posted Discord. Yes, I'm going to go look at it. And Pearl says, I am traveling a lot in my RV, which is my other home. Ah, there you go. In my real life, I rarely go. In my real life, I rarely go out. I gotcha. That makes sense, I guess, then. Yeah.
Same.
Pearl says, real life, that is. Yep, I gotcha. Alicia, for caffeine, start with a black or green tea. Yeah, that's what I said. Just start with Lipton tea and play with it. And then when you really like Lipton tea, now go for the more expensive ones. That's what I do, man. Our everyday tea is just plain old boring Lipton. It's inexpensive. It's not water. And we just go with it. And I put real sugar in mine now. Which, by the way, when I switched from artificial sweeteners to real sugar, I haven't gained any weight either. My body just likes to be this way and doesn't want to change. It doesn't go up or down. It just...
The other one is awake.
Let's see. And Sue has joined us. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sue. Just in time. We're about to hit our first sprint. And Vanessa says, Alicia, pick the black caffeinated area and just look there for now. Yeah, exactly. What Vanessa said.
Pick black.
And Swank says, I mix my teas, Earl Grey and jasmine green tea. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. And Pearl says, kombucha is also a good option for perking you up. I don't like the sour. And Pearl says, hi there, Sue. And Vanessa says, one cool thing about Harney is that when you make an order, they put 2 sample sachets of tea in the packet. There you go. So just start with the black tea. And then as they do the sample ones, you have an experiment. That's great, Vanessa. That's good info. And then you can experiment. And Sue says, hi, Pearl. All right. For real this time. I'm hitting the timer. Here we go.
Breakfast.
I can't see. And there was our first sprint. I got lost on the internet somewhere that time. I don't know what's happening. I have not taken my meds though. That might have something to do with it. So yeah, I was here. Talked to my daughter. Poor Benny's got ear infection again, and his ear looks really bad. So, but he has constant ear infections. They're off and on and off and on and off and on. So she's looking for a more sustainable solution. So she doesn't know what that is. Because she goes to the vet and they're, and she's a dog groomer. She cleans his ears, right? Like they stay clean. This isn't a dirty thing. So it's just he just is prone to ear infections. So I'm not sure what to do, considering his ears aren't as floppy as Cora's. That's kind of odd. You know what I mean? But so she's trying to figure out. One of our friends is a vet, and so she recommended something online to help with the maintenance. So, but right now it's so infected, she still might have to go to the vet and get some antibiotics first. But yeah, she was here showing me his ear, and it does not look good. I'm like, poor baby. That hurts. You know what I mean? It hurts. Ear infections like that hurt. So, feeling bad for baby. So how did your sprint go, Alicia?
I ate most of my breakfast. I have half an. I guess these are mandarin oranges. They're the what are they called? Halos.
Yeah, which are mandarin oranges. Yeah, Halo's just a name brand.
Yeah, so I got half of my Halo eaten, but I also had some applesauce and an English muffin, and then my postal lady came and brought mail. So we did that. My son is going to spill his milk.
Well, then your son's going to clean up his milk. I mean, it's no big deal.
Are you kidding me? I'll end up doing it because every time he's like, I'm like, all right, you got to clean it up. And he goes, I don't know how. What do you mean you don't know how? I've showed you several times.
You still make him do it. He just says, I don't know how, because he knows you'll do it instead.
Yeah.
He's perfectly capable. He's old enough.
Yes.
You're not asking him to retowel the bathroom. Just clean up some spilled milk.
Oh my God. I can only imagine if that happened. I can only imagine. And I did check to see if maybe they had posted teacher, but not yet. So it looks like we're going to have to go to the main office. Yep. And Lorelai's teacher said that she will be there, but she won't be there until 5 due to a family emergency. But we also get to meet the new gifted teacher.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So.
Very cool. Awesome. All right, let's see how chat did. Let's see. We had Sue here the last time. And Pearl says we are very chatty this morning. It's awesome. Yeah, we're very chatty. I'm so sorry. I'm not. It's so funny. So productive on Monday and just slowly downhill as the week goes along. I need to recover. I have too much to do. Vanessa says, and Alicia, I've got a ton of Harney sample sachets. If you want to give me your address, I'll send you some. Oh, look at that. Go text her and message her in Discord, like privately, and send her your address. And Vanessa says, okay, off to shower. Excellent.
That would be amazing.
And Heather says, hello. Why, hello, Heather. How are you? Next thing you know, in the winter, you're going to have the little kettle on your desk, just like I do, so for your tea. Sugar things right there, packet right there, honey, and then we're just gonna
Do I already have one? Yes, I do.
Let's see. And Heather, did I say hello? Hello, Heather. How are you today? And Pearl says, cake is in the oven. This one is for a girl who turns 12 this weekend while we are at the Highland Games. Her dad will be busy with Piper, so I offered to bring a cake and have a wee party for her. Oh, that's so cool. I love how that's like a family, right? That's what when horse shows are like that, right? So there's not as many of you and it's very family. You're all family. And Paula joined us. Hello, Paula. Hey, Kelly, Alicia, and chat. Swinging by to hug the like button. I'm focusing on knitting today and reading Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I quite liked Wild Love. I think I gave that one 5 stars, and then Wild Eyes was I didn't like it 4 stars, but that's only because I mean there's sex in these books, right? And if they do something that's just like gross to you, it's hard to. And I was like, nope. So, and but I do want to read the rest of the series. I really like Elsie Silver's writing.
I
And
have not read her yet, but I do have a couple of her books.
yep, I think there's 2 more in that series, so I need to finish that one. They're on Kindle Unlimited, so they're easy to get a hold of. And Sue says, I have 20 pages to go in today's short story, Defensive Play by Jamie Deacon. Nice, you got this. Zwank says, hola, Paula. And Ali says, I got to 61%. Inhale to the chef. And let's see. I am so sorry. What's the Librarian of Alexandria? I've forgotten their name.
Renee.
Thank you, Renee. Hello, Renee. I need to figure out a way to, because I always just want to call them Alexandria. But hello. How are you? And Renee says, hi, Kelly. Hi, Alicia. Heather says, well, I just had a shower myself and I'm finally getting ready to get down to work. Excellent. Let's get focused. Let's get it in. I'm trying. Chris says, I am now on page 130 of 321 of Mixing Magics. I am enjoying it. Oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad. Ren says, I did get both the croissant and my Doritos and sprint hopped. I love it. It's a nice, relaxing afternoon. I love it. Ellie says, hi, Paula. And Pearl says, hi there, Heather and Ren. Jean says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. My nose is running like a tap. Uh-oh. Got allergies or is it just the smoke in the air? At 45% of the arc of your boyfriend needs an exorcism. Well, good morning to you,
You're
Jean.
enjoying it?
Yeah, are you enjoying it? And I hope your nose gets under control.
Yes.
It's frustrating when you can't breathe out of, the things you're supposed to be able to breathe out of. Vanessa says, no weaponizing incompetence. That's right. You teach that boy how to clean up that milk. He is perfectly capable of cleaning up milk.
That is true.
Jean says, I don't know is how my cousin's 20-year-old kids get her to do everything for them. See? Yeah, that would drive me crazy. I'm like, nope. Sorry. Your job. Chantel dropped in. Hello, Chantel. Good to see you. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Kelly. Vanessa says, also, I'm back and all squeaky clean. I feel much better. I love that.
Do you feel more human?
Pearl said, hi there, Chantel. Vanessa says, morning, Jean. And Sue says, hi, Chris. Pearl says, no, don't say sorry. We were having a fantastic combo about all the good stuff. Well, I'm sorry. Like, this is supposed to be my productive time, and I am not using it wisely. Zwang says, aloha, Jean. Heather says, I'm okay, thanks. And Jean says, when I volunteered at Soup Kitchen, I had to teach a 24-year-old how to dry a dish and handle dishes. I thought he was joking. Don't let that be your kids. He said his mom does that stuff for him. Yeah, sorry, my kids didn't have that mom. Look, mind you, I got up every morning and cooked them breakfast, right? When they were kids. Like, there were things, their mom things I did, but we were always a team, right? Like, we were always a team. But I also didn't like assign them chores they were always in charge of. I was somewhere in between those two things. I always said it's about raising adults. You're raising adults. Sure, they're children now, but they're not going to be for long. They're going to be adults a lot longer. And you're raising adults. You're not raising. I don't know why they say raising children. You're not raising children. You're raising adults. And Heather says, hi, Pearl. Zwink says, hola, Heather. I'm going to say since my kids just both bought houses, I did okay.
Yes.
Now, who knows how clean my son's house is going to be, but you know what? I did the best I could. There's only
that is on him, though.
As he is an adult, and I did show him how. He knows how. So it's up to him.
I have a case of the missing coffee. I don't know what I did with it.
Is it in the microwave?
No.
Let's see. Heather says, hi, Pearl. Zwank says, hola, Heather. Heather says, hi, Zwank. Zwank says, howdy, Renee. Renee says, hi, Zwank. And Ali says, hi, Heather, Ren, and Jean. Jean says the Wild Rose series by Elsie Silver is going to be a series on Prime, currently filming. Interesting. Now, it would be a beautiful series because the settings in that part of Canada, like the way she described, just looks gorgeous. And I can't wait for the bear scene from book 2 then, because that'll be fun. And all the horses. Oh, I would totally watch that series. Let's see. And Ali says, hi, Chantel. Chris says, hi, Sue. Hope things have been good with you. Vanessa says, I was doing my own laundry at 14 and cooking dinner for my sibs by the time I was 11. Yeah, I have not done my kids' laundry since they were in middle school. I was like, nope, you do your laundry. I've done mine and Kevin's because that was our split. Like Kevin and I split chores, right? So my job is a laundry. And so so I do his, but that's part of our deal that we worked out, right? That's not, I am serving him. That's part of my job. And I always said, you want a partner, right? And then the kids, yeah, they do their own. That's how it's been for years. So that they definitely know how to do. Heck, their priorities are making sure they had washer and dryers when they moved in. Like they know. So there's no reason for them not to do their own. And Jean says they are filming in Alberta. Perfect.
Ooh.
Perfect. Because that's where it takes place, right? I'm pretty sure it is in Alberta. My 2 Canadian authors are in Alberta. And so that's pretty fun too. So cool. So I need to prioritize finishing that series is what I'm hearing so I can watch the show. So I can see
What
all the
series is
couples. The Elsie Silver one. It's Rose. Oh, no, wait. It's Rose Hill. Rose Hill is the one that I've read. I haven't read Wild Rose.
What?
Sorry, Rose Hill is the one. That's the wild one. The Wild Love is the first one. It's Rose Hill.
Oh.
But that also takes place in Alberta. Vanessa says, on a happy note, I'm having the last few bites of my carrot cake from dessert last night for breakfast. That sounds delicious. My HEB does not make mini carrot cakes anymore, only big ones. And if I buy a big one, I'm going to eat the whole thing. Sure, it'll be one piece at a time, but I will still eat the whole thing. So I'm like, gosh, dang it. So now
Do they not sell it by the slice?
They used to. My guess is not enough people were buying the carrot cake by the slice, right? They still have lots of other slices, but they don't have the carrot cake anymore. And I'm like, dang it.
Or maybe they do and everybody's buying it up.
I doubt it. There'd be an empty spot or something. I don't think that's it.
I'm trying.
There are other old people that shop at HEB. It's not just me. So there must be someone that likes the carrot cake.
I like carrot cake. I had it for the first time last year.
And Jean says, yes, you are correct, Kelly. Yeah, I thought it was in Alberta. And Lindsay says, I think my gran taught me to iron pillowcases when I was 10 years old. Well, that's just mean. Who needs to iron pillowcases? What?
Iron pillowcases? Hold on, that's a thing?
Just, they're clean. Good enough. Just move on.
My brain hurts right now.
Lindsay says, Gen X, man, right? Hey, we just had to learn how to do everything. All right, Benny, hold on. I come there in a minute. Go put your ear in the sun. Poor boy. His head, he even holds his head slanted since he has the ear infection. Poor baby.
Oh.
Let's see. And Pearl says, I was in Alberta earlier this year. It was awesome. I'd love to move there. It does look beautiful, but no, I don't want to move there. It gets too cold. And Renee says, ooh, yummy carrot cake. Look, all of us love carrot cake. Come on, HEB, bring my carrot cake individual slices back. And Pearl says, Vanessa, yum. Jean says, I asked you a question on Discord, Kelly. Okay, I will go over there and check it out. Heather says, my mother did entirely too much for me and my brothers. Yeah, sometimes it's like the moms, it's more about them than the kids. And I was like, I'm raising adults. They need to know how to do these things. My kids even know how to follow recipes and cook.
We haven't reached that part yet.
No, I mean, yours are still little, but
yeah.
But by that age, they were still helping me in the kitchen. Heck, by little man's age, I was letting them. Actually, no. How old's Lorelai? She's in school. No, actually, I was letting them use knives and everything. Like, no, let's go.
Lorelai's 7, and Tiny Man will be 9 in September.
Yeah, we did it. We did it at that point. I mean, I took the girls, like even not my kids, camping, and showed them how to use knives and showed them how to start fires.
They can use a butter knife.
Oh no, I gave them real knives. You got to know how to use this shit. But I didn't leave them though. I was by their side, right? I didn't say go chop the carrots and walk away, right? And also True. At 7, they weren't chopping carrots. The carrots were actually hard to chop, right? They were chopping things that are easier to chop.
Right.
Let's see. And Jean says, I love carrot cake. And Vanessa says, how do people not buy carrot cake? I don't understand. Same. I don't understand. I want my individual slices back. And it is the Rose Hill series. Yeah. Sorry. As soon as I started, I was like, wait, wrong one. Vanessa says, Kelly, maybe talk to the bakery department and ask them if they intend to sell it by the side or half cake. Maybe that'll give them the incentive to do it again if they know a customer wants it. Oh, maybe I can ask them. And Jean says, my mom was obsessed with ironing tea towels. Why? They're towels. Okay. Look, I'm not the best housekeeper though, so I'm definitely not the one to look up to with that. I'll tell you. There are more important things to do.
Never heard of such things.
Like
I can understand like ironing like a shirt to get the wrinkles out, or like a pair of pants or something, but pillowcases and tea towels.
And that's only if throwing them back in the dryer doesn't work. I'm sorry, man. Ironing. I do iron the cloths for the company when I have to go to a convention. That's it. That's part of my job. It's it's about presentation then and blah blah blah. Otherwise, no.
I don't.
Vanessa says, yeah, I don't. My self-worth is not wrapped up in ironing. Vanessa says, I'd rather hang things in the bathroom with me when I shower than iron anything. Yes, I'm not just that, and do everything I can to buy things that don't need to be ironed. Heather says, I understand as an adult when she finally said she didn't want us to have to do what she had to do growing up. But then again, she was the first child of 7.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. So maybe she did entirely too much for you because she didn't know any other way to be. That was just her comfort place. So that's why. Like I said, it was more to do with her than you guys. We all can't help it, right? We try to be selfless for our children, but we're still human. So we're doing the best we can. Pearl says, I iron everything. I love the way it looks.
See, that's a preference.
I'm not. No. 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 It's just life's too short.
You forget I am entirely too lazy.
It's not. Come on, man. I'm working all the time. I'm not lazy, but I can't. Ironing. Nope. And Cora now wants out with Benny, and Benny wants back in the air conditioner. So I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. All right. I'm going to go let him in, and we're going to start our second sprint. Here we go.
Second sprint.
And there was our second sprint. Yes, we are running a little behind today, but I did finally get some work done. So I checked my email and got that done. How'd you do, Alicia?
Got the kids breakfast, started writing my to-do list. Still no teacher. And cleaned up my breakfast dishes. I need to get dressed in the next sprint and figure out what I'm gonna do for the day.
Yeah, I might put some makeup on in the next sprint because I need to record. I've not done the intro yet for my tropes video. So I might go ahead and record that while it is fresh in my brain. So I think I will do, now that I know what I'm going to call it and all that kind of stuff. I'll record that intro real quick. It was on my list yesterday and I didn't get it done. So it'd be cool to get that done right now.
I should probably do my video editing
Mm-hmm.
now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'm working on the script, which is what I will do next sprint for the stuff I have to talk over, voiceover for the journaling thing. I don't know why that thing is just like, it's just stopping me dead in my tracks. It's not that hard. My brain's weird, okay?
The journaling or
the editing that video for that so I can get that up. So, I mean, it'll be fine. I don't know why I'm so worried about it. It's not worried. It's just my brain. My brain has put a stop right there. Let's see how everyone else did. Pearl said, I iron everything. I love the way it looks. And I mean, that's awesome. I love the way it looks too, but I'm not going to do it. Heather says she grew up on a farm. She's talking about her mother. Water
grandmother.
pump and all. I thought it was mother.
Oh, I thought she said grandmother.
No, mother. Like her mother did everything for her.
Oh.
Yeah, my mother did entirely too much for me and my brothers. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she grew up on a farm, water pump and all, had to carry buckets back and forth to the house. She was born near the end of the Great Depression. Yeah, so I can totally see that being a huge, that shapes your entire brain for the rest of your life. So she probably just couldn't help herself. She had to just clean the things. And let's face it is easier just to do it yourself than it is to make the kids do it. It really is. But again, me, I never chose the easy way for anything. So we chose the hard way. And again, I'm trying to make them adults. I already know how to do it. I need to teach them.
I need to figure out how to make mine move a little faster.
I don't know. There is a way to do that. Sorry. You have to do things on
Maybe
the best
that
they can.
just comes naturally as they age. Then I just need to accept it. But my gosh, they move slow.
It's also about control and expectation. So, if they're set like the night before, you're like, hey, in the morning, we're going to do this, this, and this, right? So for my kids, it was all about, this is what's happening tomorrow. I need you to be ready. And then remind them again, because you can't just expect them to do it. They're children. And then, you just do things like that. I don't know. I didn't have any trouble getting my kids out of bed. My son was easy. He would wake up himself. But my daughter was, I really had to wake her up, but she still did it. But like we were really strict about bedtime, which I know you are too. We had all of these things that we just did, in a certain way. I mean, I was lucky. My kids are pretty dang good. But I'm also really good at just letting things go. On that Ted Lasso episode where he was like, you need to have a goldfish memory because you can't let that stuff drag you down when you're then at the next game, right? And so I think I've always naturally had a goldfish memory. I don't hold grudges. It's like, it just has to, all right, where are we?
No, they're pretty good. It's just like, I know that like for Lorelai, she goes to bed when we put her to bed. And then she's the one that we don't have an issue waking up in the morning. My son, however, likes to stay up and read and or play. And we've been trying to like instill in him that he can't have 50 million books or toys in his bed. And then he's the one that we always have to go and wake up like several times in the morning.
I know I keep doing the ADHD thing, but if you look at the circadian rhythm on ADHD people, they're usually an hour and a half off from everyone else. So it takes him longer to settle down to go to sleep. And then once he is asleep, then it's harder to wake up, right? Because he's off. So it's literally off. There are things you can do to help mediate that. Things like the room has to be completely and totally dark. The thing is, he has to have no screens for about an hour and a half before bedtime. There are all of these things that you can do to try to reset that circadian rhythm.
True.
But it's again, if we lived in caves, this would not have been a big deal, right? Even if we lived on the very beginning of civilization where we were, just learning how to farm and stuff, no big deal. But in our 9 to 5, you have a job and this is how we fit in with capitalism. It's a problem. So.
Yeah. And we do all those things because like our evenings usually are like 6 to 7 is like the dinner hour because we cook, eat, clean up.
Mhm.
And then 7 o'clock is we got to do 7 o'clock cleanup. The PJs, whoever shower night it is, they shower, they brush their teeth, they're in bed by 8. It's just, he goes to bed, he just reads.
Yeah, I really don't think it's his fault.
I don't blame him for reading because I did the same thing when I was little, but it's just the getting up part.
Yeah, it's because he can't go down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of things on that. But yeah,
We'll get there.
You'll get there one thing at a time. Like I said, we're raising adults, not children, right? So you are training him to survive in this society. You know what I mean? So that's the hard part. I get it. Luckily, he's a boy. He won't have to mask as much as we girls do.
Yeah.
Vanessa says, I'm going to work on my resume. Excellent. I hope you've made progress. I need to do mine too, because I went to apply for substitute teaching and they want like a resume, like a full, I'm like, you're asking me every question that's on this stupid piece of paper. Now I got to make this stupid, because you have to fill out all that stuff. And then they also want a resume. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't freaking resume.
You're like,
everything that's on my resume, I just put in these forms. Are you even going to look at the resume? What am I doing? So yeah, so I also have to write a resume for substitute teaching. I'm not applying for like a job.
Right.
Let's see. Vanessa says, I read that one. Pearl says, I even ironed my son's grad gown. He looked awesome. The rest were all wrinkled as they opened the packages in the parking lot rather than at home. Oh, we opened them at home just to make sure they fit. But yeah, we didn't iron them either. Heather says, I have no time for ironing, but I feel the same about ironing the tablecloths for holidays and for vendor booths. Yeah. Now, mind you, if I had like servants, I would have them iron all that stuff because I like it ironed too. But man, I just
You iron tablecloths
for vendor booths, yeah, or for like if I'm having a Christmas party, I'll iron them for that, right? So like if it has to be a special event, right? I'm not my everyday anything, so.
Oh, I guess I don't do special events, so or like really holiday stuff. Like I decorate for the holidays. I'll do like I have a Halloween tablecloth, a fall tablecloth, and then a Christmas tablecloth. But I don't iron anything. You guys are making me like I feel called out. I feel like I'm super lazy now.
I just told you I hate ironing too. No, we all have our things. I was never like. I will tell you, like, is on it, like, as you keep checking the teacher thing, I could care less, right? So we all have different things that we concentrate on, and that's why we only have so much energy, right? So whatever the thing is that you concentrate on. I didn't worry about my kids. I said, do you need help with homework? Nope, cool. Like I didn't call their teachers to make sure they got everything. Like I was not that kind. I was not a helicopter parent.
No, I don't do that. I think it's just because we usually know before we go. So I kind of know where I'm going. So but the fact that I don't know who or where I'm going, it's bothering me because I should have all that planned so that when we go, I can say, okay, where is the second grade building? And then they take me to the second grade building. And then I go, okay, this is the classroom we're looking for. Same with the third grade building. But because we don't have a third grade teacher or classroom, I'm just going, I don't know where I'm going.
You have a different building for each grade?
Well, almost all of them. The way that the school is set up is like when you walk into the main building where the office is, if you go past the office into the hallway, that's where 4th and 5th grade is. But then, like, if you go out of that building, on this side, there's the first graders and the cafeteria. Cafeteria has its own building. And then you go to the other side, and it's the third grade, second grade, and then they have like music and the multi-purpose room in their own buildings, and then the kindergartners are in their own building next to the recess area. Yep, everything is in its own building.
It's more like a college campus.
Sort of. And the way that, so like when we go to the second grade building, you would walk in and there's like a main room, but then the classrooms are offset. So you know
Yeah,
what
we
I
had
mean?
that too, but it was down hallways. So the second grade hallway would be here. So it was like branches off. So it's set up the same way, but it's all in the building. They're not.
No,
you don't have to leave the building to get to the next grade.
Nope. Yeah, you have to go. They have their own buildings. So,
That's
but
so
this
funny.
year's fun because Lorelei's in second grade and Alan's in third grade. They're right across from each other. But when they go to their specials, they still have to go to other buildings.
So funny. So funny.
This like I said, I remember classrooms being the same way. You just went down a hallway or whatever, and that was the second grade or whatever grade hallway. No, this is a whole new like.
So
I'm like, okay, whatever. Just tell me where I'm going.
mm-hmm.
And it's cute because they have little like lion paw prints painted on the sidewalk, so they know
Aw.
where all the lines go. So like
That
if you
is
have a
super
class of a line, then they can on either side.
I love that. I love that. Heather says that she's prepping for a podcast recording this afternoon. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you have fun. Podcasts are fun. Sue says, I finished my short story for today. Not sure what I will pick up next. Allie says, I got to 69% in Hail to the Chef. Pearl says, I just ate a salad. Cake is cooling and will be frosted this afternoon. Yummy.
Cake.
Yeah, remember she's cooking cake. Vanessa says, working on my resume, needed to update it with the Pass B tag.
Nice.
Chris says, I'm now on page 210, 321. Oh, you're so close. You just might finish it. So
I was going to say,
close.
she's going to finish this today.
Yeah, we're at an exciting part, so I cannot wait to dive back in. I would not be surprised if you muted us and just kept reading. That's what I will do sometimes. The
Go
talking
for it.
goes too long. I'm like, dude, I got to get this done. I will mute and keep reading. So, you're not hurting my feelings. I get it. Jean says, my power's out. I guess I'm reading.
Oh,
Oh, no. Vanessa says, not going to lie. I did use AI for working on my resume. Maybe that's what I should do. Because it's been like over 20 years since I've done one, and the resume conventions have changed drastically. Exactly. I'm like,
Really?
am I supposed to make it look pretty or not look pretty? And how am I supposed to? And the last time I did a resume, it wasn't a resume, it was a CV because it was for science. It was the biology and the research I was doing. So it's like,
I'm screwed if I ever go back into the workforce.
yeah, that's hence this is, I am your future. That is exactly what it is.
No.
Let's
I better
see.
get back to writing.
Pearl said, learn how to do it now, man, so you can actually make money later.
Yep.
I will do ironing in exchange for someone cooking for me. Oh, done. No, not done, because I don't care about the ironing. So there has to be something else. Like, it's not a fair trade. It has to be something I care about. Vanessa says, I don't iron anything, Alicia. I don't iron my con booth tablecloths. I don't iron towels or sheets or anything. I might iron a shirt if it's really bad, and I absolutely need to make a good impression. Yeah. Yep. Vanessa says, otherwise, I never iron.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'll iron for the boost. But that's what Vanessa's trying to say is just what I said, right? Don't feel bad about that. We all have different things we care about. Just don't judge someone else. That's what I say, though, right?
No,
Just because I don't mean, I'm just saying in general.
no
right?
judgment.
Like, and that's what I don't do, right? Like, it's like if I'm like when someone is like doesn't cook, right? Like you don't cook, I don't judge you for that, right? So that's the kind of thing where I cook things homemade, right? So that's not, everyone does what they can do.
I was never really taught. Like I was taught the basics, but again, my mom, she always did the out of a box or frozen.
Yeah,
So
so did mine.
that's what I picked up on.
Yeah, so did mine, but I loved it, right? So that's what I concentrated on. So I was like, I need to, like you said, like I had to, how am I going to feed my family? And so I learned how to cook, learned how to bake just because I was bored.
I like baking, but I can't survive on just baked goods.
No, of course not. Do 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 do.
And I
And
hate
Sue says many of our
bridesmaids.
elementary schools are separate buildings per grade. Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
really?
So it's not just you. So wherever Sue is, I don't know what state she's in. And Allie says when I was in school, it was a hallway per grade. Yeah, exactly, right? And Chris says, in my elementary school, the kindergartners had their own space, and then we had a hallway with first through third grade classrooms and a hallway with fourth to sixth grade classrooms. That's what it was like in my
Ooh,
school growing up. But a lot of the more modern schools, they have them broken up better. And like you said, they have like a common area and then little rooms
Yeah.
for like all of second grade, right? A common area and little rooms for all of third grade. That's the way they're
Mhm.
building the schools now. All the brand new ones are looking like that, but they're still, like I said, all attached to the main building. You don't have to leave the building to like go to lunch. You know what I mean?
They have a like a covered walkway, but yeah, they're outside.
Mhm. And Vanessa says, since there's still one more sprint, I'm not going to be here for the next chatty bit since I'll be streaming. Thanks for sprint. See you tomorrow. Absolutely, Vanessa. Sorry, we're running late today. We'll head over your way when we're done. And Sue says, I'm in California. So there you go. So California has a lot of separate ones too.
Oh.
Interesting. Wait, there's something in common between Florida and California? Don't let y'all's governors know. All right.
Shh. Don't say that out loud. That's the last thing I need. Because then Florida will get more expensive.
Florida's still already pretty expensive.
Oh my god.
All right, here we go. Last 30. We have somehow survived the day. And I think I have my notes all ready to record my intro for the One Trope to Rule Them All video. So I will get that done next. So at least I can cross something off of my list. How'd you do, Alicia?
I got dressed.
Yes! That's what I will do as soon as I log out here.
I got dressed. I grabbed some of my teriyaki sticks, and I started making a list of things that I want to do after we're done here and while I'm hanging out in Vanessa Sprints, because it's going to be almost lunchtime in the next hour, and I want to try to move more books to the library. And now that the last bookcase is in, that means I can move all of the books. So, and
Have you decided how you want to sort them yet?
so the bookcase that's closest to the bathroom, which you saw the picture with the step stool in front of it, I think that one is going to be, the top 2 shelves are going to be my Wiccan books, and then my wrapped books, and then I'll do a shelf of finance, and then all of my nonfiction after that. If they all fit, great. If not, then I'll have to go around the room to the back wall. But I'm hoping that I don't have too much nonfiction. I do have to weed them out, though, because I think the library is going to take a couple. So I'm going to print out that list so I can weed them out as I go. But I'm hoping the back wall will mainly be all of my fiction. And then the textbooks go on the textbook bookcase, which is the one that just went in. So that's the plan. And of course, I'm going to alphabetize everything by author's last name. And then I have to figure out how I'm going to denote like what's read and not read. Like, I know what I read, but now that I'm putting all the series books together, I want to like put a tab or some sort of like, hey, I haven't read this yet. So it's easier to find. So that's the thought process.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Let's see how chat did on that last sprint. And if you already put Vanessa Sprints in here. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see.
I think so.
Swank says, I learned to cook because my mother couldn't. Exactly. That's what I did too, Swank. My mom didn't know, and I was like, I want to. And I was watching food TV, and then I wanted to make it. Even though Zafo and I, we both watched food TV, and like, ooh, let's cook that. And we found out that very few people who actually watch TV, there was a percentage, and it was it was lower than 10%, and I can't remember the exact percentage of people who watch food TV actually cook anything they see on it. I'm like, wait, what? What are you saying? No, I don't understand. Now, nowadays, it's almost all food competitions. That's different. But when we were watching it and when we saw that statistic, they were actually doing cooking shows showing you how to cook things. And I was like, why would you watch this thing about people showing you how to cook things and then never want to try it yourself? I don't understand that. I am not that person. I just got distracted because I got the thing done I needed to do. And then I got distracted because somebody just went to Stationery Fest in New York City. So she was showing stickers. I'm like, ooh, who's that company? Like, because I'm still new to this. So I'm trying to figure out all these different companies, and I want to support small business. Like, I have some basics now that I just got like at Michael's, right? And that kind of thing. So I've got that. And then, so I want to go get some, like, I would like to support, small businesses as much as I can.
Right.
And stuff from Amazon, right? I just got stuff from Amazon. So I'd have something to start with, but I really want to supplement with small business. I was like, I bought it somewhere else. Where was it? That's right, Amazon. And some of those might be small businesses. I don't know, but I wasn't paying any attention, right? And Sue says it's kind of the weather in the 2 states. Yeah, but that's Houston too. I mean, our weather and Florida weather, almost identical. So if anything, California is more mild.
So say Kelly's weather, she usually gets it 2 days prior to when I get it.
Yep, and then it heads that way. So yeah, it's very, very similar.
Yep.
And Alicia says, put Vanessa Sprints in there. Excellent. That's where I'll be heading next. And Christina says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Kelly, Christina.
Hello.
I was wondering if you were going to shout Christina. You were like, what's up?
Hello. You never know what you're gonna get with me.
And Christina says, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, say progress laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. And Alicia says, Christina, there you see, you said it in chat. That's fine. And then we have tomorrow's time, Pirates at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I'll say I'm going to do everything to make sure I get that video edited today. If I do nothing else, that's all I'm doing. So that way I can get it off my stupid brain so I can get back to being productive. So we should be good tomorrow. I should be back on it. And I have stuff to do this weekend, but not like busy plans or traveling or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't have anything I'm worried about like it was last week, right? So tomorrow I need it to be like Monday and be just as productive. Let's see. And Vanessa sprints at the top of the hour. There you go. We got it twice. And Paula is sprinting for the Maker's Quest. Yeah, I need to go over there and say hello. And Anna is sprinting for Audio August. Christina says, Vanessa, Dr. D is sprinting for ARC August. I haven't even started my ARCs yet for this month. I haven't finished a book since Sunday, and it feels like I'm not doing anything. Isn't that weird? It's backwards. Calm down. You're doing just fine, Kelly.
I've been doing that too because I feel like I've done absolutely nothing this entire week, but I know I've been doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I don't know. It's that time of year.
Mm-hmm. And Christina says, for more sprinty fun, make sure to check out the BookTube Bibble. And Alicia says, thanks. Thank you, Christina, for the links. And Nina joined us. Hello, Nina. Good to see you. We are checking out, but we're happy to see you. We are heading, most of us anyways, heading to Vanessa's after this. Hello, ladies. Good morning, Nina says. Sue says, worked on my reading journals while I listened to A False Start by Elsie Silver. Ooh, nice. That's the new series, right? Is that the new one?
Maybe.
I can't remember what the new one is. Allie says, I got to 75% in Hail to the Chef. Excellent. Hi, Christina, and hi, Nina. Swank says, Mama. Lindsay says, Alicia's gone silent. She's gone silent? Can y'all not hear her? I can hear her.
What? Huh? Me silent? Never.
Alicia says, it's an impossibility. Chris says, I got to page 290. Oh, yeah, you'll definitely be finishing that.
So
definitely. And Renee says, GG merge. Yay. I know, right? I'm like, oh, what's that company? Oh, what's that company? One of them is has these little fountain pen stickers. I'm like, oh, those are so cute. I might need those. I know, it's so cute. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, this is bad.
No,
this is bad.
You don't need it. I don't need it.
It's safe for me to look right now. We're totally broke, so I can just but I have a folder, or my YouTube folder that has not a YouTube folder, a Google folder, bookmark folder, where I bookmarked a bunch of the journaling pages. So when I'm ready for a new spread, I have instead of going, where do I get these? Let me go to Amazon. I have many more choices now. So I'm just adding, when I look through and I like their stuff, then I put it in that bookmark.
There you go.
And Zwank says, I spent the past 2 sprints saving ADHD things. Nice. I did watch a really good one yesterday about being productive. And lies about being productive. And Sue says, thanks for hosting the sprints. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Ali says, yay for being certain you will finish a book, Chris. Right?
Yay.
Ren says, just watched YouTube and a couple of TikToks those last 2 sprints. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Lindsay says, blooming YouTube closed and opened and sound is now fine. Oh, sorry. Blooming YouTube.
No.
That was a curse. See, it's a curse. Yeah. And Ellie says, thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Pearl says, I am watching YouTube vids and knitting now. Nice. I've almost watched all of my TBR videos. So. And Ali says, I will definitely finish my book today, 75%. I can definitely do the rest at some point today, for sure. Pearl says, I will be away, so I will be back in chat on Monday. Sounds good. You have a great trip. I hope the cake turns out gorgeous for the sweet 12-year-old. And Ali says, a little over 2 hours left of my book. Oh, yeah, you got that. No problem. Pearl says, thanks for the sprints. Have a great weekend. And Christina says, hi, Nina, Allie, Zwank, Lindsay, Chris, Renee, Sue, Ren, and Pearl. Zwank says, Kelly, did you hear about the big seafood building in Galveston that burned down? I did not, actually. I haven't seen any local news today yet.
Mm-mm.
So I wonder which one. Ren says, hey, Christina. I'm like, why'd you say it 3 times? It's because it's spelled wrong until the last one.
I was sitting there. I was like, why? Oh.
Your fingers are disobeying. I see that. Ren says, me and names have been tricky today. I'm sorry. Classes, man. Using one part of your brain, the other part of your brain goes, nah, I'm out.
What are words?
Swank says, thanks for sprints. See y'all tomorrow morning. Absolutely. Sue says, hi, Christina. Pearl says, hi there, Christina. And Christina says, thanks for hosting today, Kelly and Alicia. Have a beautiful day. So glad I caught you. We are glad you caught us as well. And we are signing off, and we'll see you tomorrow or in, around the sprint tube. We'll see you there.